Have you even wondered how strong is Son Goku? Well, today I'll be answering that question, but for a different version of Goku, one that is not canon and not official but is beloved by many fans and one of the most popular Dragon Ball fan mangas called Dragon Ball Kakumei. Before we get to the actual scaling, I have to go over the actual place and events that take place so that people who haven't read Kakumei can understand what is going on. To start off, Dragon Ball Kakumei takes place after the Tournament of Power in the Broly movie, in where Goku and Beerus are having their rematch. In this fight we can see that Goku and Beerus can destroy planets with no difficulty at all, and that Beerus without transforming in Goku in his blue state is already enough to shake Universe 7, 6, and 11 and most likely the whole multiverse. This fight's climax reaches its peak when Goku saves an alien child from destruction in where he goes Ultra Instinct Omen, in where he literally creates a dragon made out of planets, though this won't work since Beerus transforms into some sort of Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct Omen combination. Goku tries to throw a Kamehameha but fails since his body at this time could not handle Ultra Instinct very well. Remember this, Goku never experienced the Moro arc and never got trained by Merus to control Ultra Instinct more efficiently. With that out of the way, let's go to the scaling. Well, to understand the magnitude of what they're actually doing we have to go over the cosmology briefly. Let's start with the universe. The universe of Dragon Ball is both finite and infinite. Let me explain. So on Daisenshu 4 1995, page 20 it states, an infinite space of light and darkness where the unknown lives, and also this is not the only statement. In fact, in the same Daisenshu it states, in page 21, infinitely expanding and galaxy illuminatins 10 of thousands of light years. Hundreds of millions of light years. Countless unknown aliens, monsters alive beyond stars where light cannot reach. This implies that yes, there is a part of the universe where is infinitely expanding where light does reach, but the whole universe aka the living world is an infinite space of darkness. That's why the universe has an edge, because it's the expansive universe. And yes, the universe is at least fourth dimensional because it has 3 spatial dimensions and 1 temporal dimension, further supported by the Kai saying the living world is a temporal world. Now with that out of the way, let's speak about the super dimensions that exist. So according to the official Dragon Ball website, there are super dimensional constructs based on mathematical dimensions, so you can argue these dimensions are of a higher dimension because they're based on mathematical dimensions. And also the meaning of super dimensions / super dimensional means either transcend or beyond dimensions, so most likely that these super dimensions are beyond the living world and are 5th dimensional constructs. Now to the other part of the cosmology, the afterlife. Now many people are going to disagree with me, but it's made very clear that Dragon Ball's afterlife is a higher dimension / plane of existence, because in Daisenshu 4 page 18 it says, a supernatural world in the hands of the gods, higher than the heavens, transcending dimensions that cannot be perceived from the human world. The gods of the kingdoms of heaven look down on all the world from this land. Even if you don't want to believe this translation, I got 2 more that imply the same message, that the afterlife is higher than the living world. So it's at least 5th dimensional to 6th dimensional, including the super dimensions. Now for the macrocosm itself. Now I've seen many people argue that the macrocosm should be 6th dimensional to 7th dimensional, because it contains all these higher dimensions. So if you want to go for that, then go for it. And then we have the universe bubble, and by the way, the universe bubble and the macrocosm are not the same structure, because the representation of the universe is done by a bubble and the bubble and macrocosm are clearly drawn differently and it's consistent. What I'm trying to say is that it's possible the universe bubble contains the macrocosm. Even someone like Atari HMB has pointed this out, and the fact that this infinite macrocosm is finite to the universe bubble possibly means that the universe bubble is pretty much higher dimensional, being at bare minimum 6D. Realistically I would place it at 7D to 8D. So where does this scale Kakumei Goku? Simple, he scales beyond SSJG Goku, who can already punch the macrocosm away easily and has shaked the other universe bubbles in just blue, making that a low complex multiversal to complex multiversal feat. And not only that, but we can scale him higher because he scales above Jiren, who scales above infinite Samasabai, became an entire timeline. The timeline contains all 12 universe bubbles and the neutral zone. The neutral zone is a realm that contains all the multiverse, honestly making it 7D to 9D since it can contain these higher dimensional bubbles and make them look finite. A good example is DC. Think of the neutral zone as DC space that contains the 52 universes in their cosmology. Because they weigh the neutral zone is it's pretty similar. Now to Xenos realm. Xenos realm is definitely a higher dimension since it seems the universe is as chess pieces, but some say it doesn't transcend the neutral zone, which is understandable since we have no clarification for that. But my theory is it probably is, since Xenos palace is like the afterlife to the neutral zone. So in conclusion, the lowest you can get is macrosome 5D, neutral zone 6D and timeline 7D. The timeline is higher because it's an extra temporal dimension containing every realm. So at bare minimum Kakumei Goku scales to the universe bubbles that are low complex to complex multiversal depending on how you scale it, though if you want to say Kakumei Goku is above infinite Zamasu, then he should scale to at least complex multiversal. Though if he does scale to infinite Zamasu or beyond, well, he's probably even high complex multiversal if we count the super dimensions and Xeno realm, because macrocosm would be 6D to 7D, bubble 7D to 8D, Neutral Zone 8D to 9D, Xeno Realm 9D to 10D, Timeline 10D to 11D, so I would say that low bald Kakumei Goku is low complex multiversal, mid ball complex multiversal to high complex multiversal, and high ball is hyperversal and beyond. Now for the speed, we already know Goku is casually massively faster than light, but his speed goes even beyond that. He literally scales to this shockphase form Battle of Gods, and from his rematch against Beerus, these shockwaves are fast since they can travel beyond the living world to higher dimensions like the afterlife and the other universe bubbles. So honestly, if he is faster than his shockwaves, then he should be at least infinite speed, or even higher, but we'll leave that for another video. And speaking of other videos, I have a new video coming up explaining more in depth about the Dragon Ball cosmology, so if you didn't understand some parts of the cosmology in this one, which I can't blame you, using text-to-speech to explain something is hard, then you can wait to see the other video I'm planning to release. So in conclusion, I would appreciate it if you think Kakumei Goku is at least low complex multiversal or beyond. And with that said, make sure to like, share and subscribe, and make sure to click the bell icon. Peace out, see you in the next one.